Okay, dear Dharma friend, let's continue the study of the Sutra of the Perfect Enlightenment. So here's the PDF file by Charles Muller. So let's go to directed to page 39. The Dharma that the Buddha has taught is absolute and is relative. Since it is relative, liberation is long other than written language. Since what was taught in the East and taught in the West for 49 years is absolute, written language is no other than liberation. Yet, in over 300 sermons, Sakyamuni Buddha never explained a single word. If you are attached to the words, then you see branches of the stream, but miss their source. So here, any words taught by Shakyamuni Buddha are only the pointers. It's like the fingers pointing to the moon. Fingers are not moon, but through the fingers we can see the moon. Same thing applies to the words. Liberation is not in the words, but liberation could be revealed or be realized by practitioner who can see through the words or get the real meaning of the words. If you do away with words, you observe the source but are ignorant of its branch streams. When you are confused about neither the source nor its streams, then you enter the ocean of Dharma nature. I repeat, when you are confused about neither the source nor its streams, then you enter the ocean of Dharma nature, meaning you have Dharma eyes to see through all the names and forms. In the complicated names and forms, you can see through and be simple. You can see through all the complexity, its simplicity. Having entered the ocean of Dharma nature, the no-thought wisdom is directly manifested. No thought has two meanings here. No thought, first layer of the understanding is you don't think. You can reach a total silence, no mental activity at all, like now. Just for a couple of seconds. But no thought has a deeper meaning. You are thinking, you're using the mental activity to convey the ultimate truth, but you don't attach to any thoughts. Mental power or mental activities, including the power of thinking, becomes your tool to serve, to love, to convey the message of wisdom. That's no thought. Having entered the ocean of the Dharma nature, the no thought wisdom is directly manifested. So awakening does not depend on thinking or no thinking. There's a true reality that is beyond thinking or no thinking. The true reality is subject to neither thinking nor no thinking. The no thought wisdom being directly manifested, whatever is faced is no impediment, and you penetrate whatever you touch. You not only penetrate whatever you touch, you penetrate what you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you smell. All the five senses, including the sixth, mental activity, becomes your tool, becomes your interface between the non-doing and doing. Although one should not be attached to words, words should words also are not to be denied. Words just is a tool to convey the information. Only the true seer or perceiver or the receiver of the message can decode the meaning of the information. Hence, here the essence function formula can be seen in source stream simile. So source streams is like ocean and water or ocean and waves. Ocean is the source of what is the source of waves or ripples, and waves or ripples are manifestation of the ocean. So the essence and function 体用 this formula. So our essence is being, but our function is human. So essence, function, being human, this formula can be seen in the source streams or ocean ripples or ocean waves simile. Hiwa first counsels regarding the serious pitfalls that had been warned against throughout the Chan tradition, namely that an unbalanced attachment to words, for example, function can lead to an obstruction of the very essence, ti, of the Buddhist practice. Yet, to forget words and become absorbed in the wordless is to forget the phenomenal world and be attached to the essence. According to Kiwa, neither extreme can be regarded as an acceptable Buddhist opinion and position. So you don't attach to essence, you don't attach to the function, or you don't attach to ocean and you don't attach to ripples. You're totally in the middle way because now you have true understanding of the reality and its manifestation. So let's go on page 40. Written words are the tools for the expression of the Tao and the means for guiding people. The situational themes and overall theme should support each other. The specific situations and the overall situations or overall background should support each other, like objects in the space and space surround objects, the relationship should be support each other. And the overall theme should penetrate the text throughout, being fully reflected down to the minutest details. Only when omissions, superfluous words, inversions, and errors do not confuse its points can the text awaken people's understanding and can it become a norm for 1,000 generations. If this is not the case, then not only will the text not open people's eyes, it will become an instrument of confusion. So that's why even nowadays in the education system, we need a professor to teach in the university. We have books, we have textbooks, but we need a professor or teacher to express the meaning of the textbook. This same principle applies to Buddha's teaching, applies to Dharma learning or Dharma teaching. Again, Kiwa's principle of interpretation and non-obstruction is operating here through the formula of essence and function. Hmm. The task of correcting an error-laden text is not to carry it out lightly or by a scholar who likes the proper preparations. Anyone who wants to teach Buddha's sutras should be a awakened one. Otherwise, you don't have the wisdom to decode the wisdom of the sutra. Therefore, Kiwa says, if you like the wisdom, you cannot but be confounded by arrogance and error. I totally agree. Nevertheless, one who initially lacks the sharpness to overcome these mistakes can still treat a text well with the proper meditative preparation. Although you may lack the wisdom's eye, if you silence your discriminations in order to apprehend the point, then the incongruencies between the sentences and the theme can be grasped and straightened out. The responsibility is also great, since the executive is passing on the Dharma for future generations. Hello, we are page 41 now. So you can keep reading yourself, page 41. I will pick up the most important information here. So there's an interesting paragraph here in page 44. The mind is the illusory chieftain. The body is the illusory city. The world is the illusory outer garment. Names and the characteristics are the illusory sustenances. Sustenance. Once the mind arises and moves into thought, both words of falsity and the words of truth cannot but be illusory. Yet beginningless illusion and ignorance both arise from the enlightened mind. So I totally agree. Beginningless illusion and ignorance both arise from the enlightened mind. These various illusions are like sky flowers. Again, sky flower, 空花. Sky flower is a modern word. Is like a patient with cataracts sees the floaters outside, but actually the floaters is not real. It's just some blockage on his or her eyes. He can he see the floaters outside. So that's the sky flowers has the same meaning here. The extinction of illusion is called unmoving. Therefore, a man might in a dream see that he has a tumor and seek a doctor. But when he awakens, no remedy is needed. Knowing illusion should be understood in its way. I totally agree. So our ignorance is illusory. It's just like a snake looks like a rope in the room, looks like a snake. Once you know the snake is a fake rope, then you don't have fear of that snake anymore. Knowing illusion should be understood in which way, what way. Therefore, a man might, in a dream, see that he has a tumor and seek a doctor. But once he wakens, no remedy is needed. Same thing applies to this world. Even sometimes we have a tumor and need to see a doctor, but actually, comparing to the absolute truth, this is an illusory because there's something beyond birth and death, beyond sickness and remedy. That's called awakening. It's really mind blowing. If you know you are in a dream right now, what happens in a dream loses its meaning. Once you awaken from a dream, nothing's that important anymore. Less n- comparing to ultimate truth. There's a relation here. There's a correlation. Or if I say, if we identify ourselves with the body mind, everything becomes important. But once we can disidentify with the body and the mind, everything happens to the body mind is less important or even no importance at all. That's called awakening. That means you don't care your body, you don't care every other body anymore. You care, but you have that ease of the body, ease of the mind. It's kind of like doing but non-doing. You are in the activities, but you know there's something beyond all activities. There's total balance between activity and non-activity, or doing and non-doing. Let's go on and explore more why I say so, or why Buddha has its uh, connot- connotation, how to say, notation like this. So we haven't started the main contents yet. Now I'm on page 47. Okay, now it's 48. Overview of the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment. A title. The English title of the text, Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment, is a translation of popular short Chinese title, 圆觉经. Yuan original means round, but includes the connotations of complete, consummate, or perfect. Yuan is a circle, so complete, perfect, round. Because of this wide range of meaning, I have seen a multiplicity of tentative translations, including Scripture of Consummate Enlightenment, Book of Complete Enlightenment, Sutra of the Round Enlightenment, and others. The reason that I have chosen the term perfect instead of round or consummate is because the strong implications within the text that this enlightenment is not only complete, round, or consummate, but also correct, real, or true. That's the Yuan. In Chinese, we say 圆觉经. Yuan also means all embracing. Jing originally means book in the Chinese literary tradition, gradually came to carry the meaning of canonical text. With the arrival of the Buddha, so page 49 now. With the arrival of Buddhism, it was used to translate the Sanskrit term sutra, jing, the recorded words of Buddha or other deeply enlightened teacher. You see, jing is not only the recorded words of Buddha, but also deeply enlightened teacher like six patriarch Huineng, like all the patriarchs and the masters, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Indian, any deeply enlightened teacher, his recorded words can be called Jing. The term perfect enlightenment, as it taught in this text, refers to an enlightenment that is not limited in its scope. It is also not an enlightenment that is attained exclusively from any partial aspect of Buddhist doctrine, such as so-called elementary teachings or Prajnaparamita teachings. It is an enlightenment that can accept, explain all the various aspects of the Buddhist doctrine. This is why the full formal name of the sutra listed in East Asian Buddhist canon is the Great Corrective, Extensive, Perfect Enlightenment Sutra of Complete Doctrine. 大方广圆觉修多罗了义经 translated into English is the Great Corrective, Extensive, Perfect Enlightenment Sutra of Complete Doctrine. Content overview. The Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment is ranged in 12 chapters. So we may finish soon. Maybe we can stop here. Now it's 10, almost 10:20. And I will leave the most interesting part for the next session because now we have content overview now instead of introduction. Where page 48, you see how beautiful it is. The introduction occupies 49 pages actually. So we stop here and see you tomorrow.